The pack is back. Welcome to Super Wildcard Weekend. This is another predictions video, and let's get it. The first game we have the Cleveland Browns taking on the Houston Texans. Now the Texans last week clinching a playoff spot, again winning against the Colts and having the Jaguars lose. So they're going to have a home game in Houston, and the Cleveland Browns have Joe Flacco, the two teams behind the Deshaun Watson trade. So this will be interesting. I honestly would like to see both teams advance, but they can't. I have the Houston Texans beating the Cleveland Browns because they just have overall the younger team. Now, I obviously think they can work super well under pressure. I have the Houston Texans. I think it's going to be a close game. 24-21, Houston on top. Next, we have our Saturday night game. We have the Miami Dolphins taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, me personally, I have no idea who will win this game, but let's get on to the news that this game might be the coldest game in NFL history. Now, I think that will have an effect on the Dolphins because they are not used to play in the cold weather, and they could have had a warm, nice Saturday night game only if they had won that game against Buffalo. Now, I think this game will be very difficult, but I have the Kansas City Chiefs on top, 31-27. Now, the only reason why I have the Chiefs on top, even though they've been shaky, they've played the Dolphins before, and the Chiefs know how to get things done. I have the Chiefs. Chiefs Kingdom, rise up. Next, to start off our Sunday games for the wild card, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Baghdad Bills. Now, an interesting name I gave the Bills, but all I have to say is breaking news. The Buffalo Bill game will have 1 feet of snow and will have wind gusts up to 65 miles per hour with negative 10-degree weather, so be careful. Obviously, all the Buffalo team is ready for this besides Josh Allen and that Buffalo defense. And the Steelers are used to playing in crazy weather conditions like this game. I have the Pittsburgh Steelers over the Buffalo Bills. Now, I would make this game far out of reach for the Bills, but TJ Watt is injured, and TJ Watt is a big part of that Pittsburgh team. But I do still have the Pittsburgh Steelers beating the Buffalo Bills and advancing. Give me 31-24, Pittsburgh on top, pulling off the upset and the biggest heist this weekend. And R.I.P. Osama McDermott. Next, we have the Green Bay mother-loving Packers taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Now, I personally think this game will be really good because you have the hottest team in the NFL, the Green Bay Packers. They're going to be taking on arguably one of the best teams in the NFL, the Dallas Cowboys. Obviously, the Cowboys going undefeated at home during the regular season, and the Packers having one of the youngest teams in the league. Now, I personally think, I'm a Packers fan, so I have the Packers winning. I think their youngness will take advantage of the Cowboys, and I think the Packers will beat the Cowboys and then go on to the divisional beat the 49ers, go to the NFC Championship, beat whoever is in there, and then we go from there, we go to the Super Bowl, and we beat the person from in the Super Bowl, and then we go on an insanity run next season. We go all the way to the Super Bowl, back to back, 2 wins in a row. Now we have one of the best games this weekend for the playoffs. We have the LA Rams taking on the Detroit Lions. So this is the first time the Lions are going to be hosting a playoff game in 30 years. And this is going to be the first time ever since the Lions traded Matthew Stafford. This is going to be the first time Matthew Stafford is going to be in Detroit. And this is going to be an interesting game. I think it'll be a close game. I definitely like this being a primetime game. I have it really close. I mean, the Rams weren't even supposed to be in the playoffs, but they've made it and they deserve it. And I actually have the LA Rams defeating the Detroit Lions at home. And the Rams make it on to the divisional round, maybe going for another Super Bowl run. Next, we have the Monday night game. We have the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, the Eagles suffering a loss against the Giants last week, in the last week of the regular season, wasn't too pretty. As of right now, as of recording, Jalen Hurts is questionable, and A.J. Brown is out for the game. So this is pretty huge for Philadelphia. And Tampa Bay, their quarterback of their own, Baker Mayfield, is also out. And just on the topic of having rough games, the Buccaneers had a rough game, only scoring 9 points on the worst team in the NFL. Both teams, honestly, are in the mix-up right now. Any team could win. And me personally, even though A.J. Brown is out, I have the Philadelphia Eagles taking it all against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, moving on into the divisional round, potentially playing the LA Rams. And that's just about it for this video. I'm sorry for uploading these predictions more later than usual. And to be honest, it's because my schedule or my week is busier, but I'll try to do better next week. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe. It helped me out a lot. More NFL content coming up and more gaming content, like maybe Madden, Football Fusion, just any sorts. Hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe. Peace out.